coming into this with something to prove. Their outings weren't stellar in their openers. No other way to say it. And here today, they've got to turn things around. We know that both of these teams are capable of doing some serious damage. Just going to come down to some of the execution. Of course, this A Rubble fight is going to be really challenging for Trace Esports. Like the desk was talking about, you have to find your timings to contest it, because if you get hit by any of that ISO util combo, you're dead.
Seems like Trace may be doing their research here. Expecting there's going to be a heavy stack over towards this A side of the map. Instead, they go ahead, push forward in towards B. Contact coming through. Hey, they able to find the first kill. Cannot get the second. Still some damage dealt. Zizu falls down to 52. Tap of the plant. Looking like they want to flood back. Wrap around, get through this connector over towards Stacks, who's very quickly, quietly backpedaling. A little bit deeper into the site. Still going to be out of the open, but nails the first shot.
Spike down, C.
A leg hit there onto Fung Fung. It goes down to 79, but a 3v3 now.
Oh, they're watching for this push.
Spike planted.
Fung Fung trying to bait them forward here, try to sell. Nakai is not waiting around the corner, but it's going to be Meteor wrapping in from Water, who now goes ahead and spoils the plan. Kai's still going to be able to find one. Last pack tossed, Izu now pinching. As Fung Fung knows that he is isolated and alone, is able to find one. Meteor pushes forward and gets shut down. Red Bull Clutch gets Trace the pistol.
Well, and this is something Trace is going to need big time today. Fung Fung was really struggling in their last outing. He just wasn't that player that I'm used to seeing when I watch their VODs in China. He is absolutely electric at times. He's really aggressive. He's going to push space really nicely. And here the whole time, doing a great job locking down the back of the site of C, making sure that T1 can't really get that flank going the way that they want to, and is able to read both those positions very, very nicely. But overall, it's a good game plan from TE from the get-go. Avoid that A Rubble fight, work the map, really nice stuff from them.
Out into the open, here goes Fung Fung Buzz, however, able to just dance around some of those shots, finds the headshot and puts him down. But not going to be recoverable here for the moment, but oh, the TP for it from Looking. Very ill-advised. Immediately, gun scooped up. Two-player advantage here for the side of T1. As they look to win out this eco, something that they were damn good at doing over in Kickoff in Pacific.
Meteor still thinks he's playing Sentinel. Hiding behind the box over here.
He's tucked in, waiting for any kind of noise. There's a push for the right click. Finds it! And he gets the transfer onto Kai! Oh, this round! It's all T1 as we go from Red Bull Clutch into MasterCard Thrifty and tie things up 1-1.
I mean, Trace just feeling like they can take that fight at long range, and you should be able to, but Fung Fung sung his praises from the previous round. This round with a Bulldog gets one shot to land, and that's it. And then they're going to try to contest this gun. They're going to try to protect it, to keep it away from T1's hands. Buzz is standing up. He's fired up.
He is jazzed off the rip. We often talk about Angry Buzz. It seems like he's starting things off like that.
He's been talking a lot, saying that his team is better than what they showed in their opener.
He's going forward. Okay, able to get in behind. Gets a couple taps there, but cannot take down Meteor. That shield doing wonders for him. As Buzz mows down two more. The pitch, red, Stacks able to go ahead and get the ping out. Goes for the push, gets the headshot. As T1 look for a flawless, and they will find it.
Well, this is just an attempt here by TE to see if they can find ways around this smothering A Rubble control that you're able to generate with the ISO in particular, because of the walls and the vulnerables that you're able to send flying through. A lot of times it's hard to deal with that, so they try to TP past it to see if they can maybe confuse them enough, but with the double tap available for Meteor, excuse me, it was just a little difficult. Of course, the weaker weaponry not helping anything there. Now you've got mostly even guns, a couple Bulldogs for a few players of T1. It's TE now making an aggressive push towards C. Pressure going to be put down onto Izu.
Dancing around the cage, but Boombot not scouting, and now he's striking. Kai does get taken down, but Fung Fung quick to reply. Brings it back to parity, but now Bianc pulled into the netherworld as Meteor looks to maintain dominance here, but it's going to be Bianc snappy to get the double headshot across. Takes him down in the meantime. Fung Fung does get lost. 3v3, the Guardian shots not quite connecting. Bianc able to safely get the spike planted. It's T1 for now. Slowing up the action, creeping their way forward. Shock dart, minor little connection going to be found there. It's a double reveal, and Bianc plays off it beautifully. Shot the Sylvan Buzz, trying to push forward, low on HP, has to tuck back. That much more on Stax' shoulders. Trying to swing this round, but he's going to be the first one that falls. And it looks like the call is going to be with Phantom in hand to potentially drift out of here. Buzz likely feeling like he's going to be committed, wants to try to make this as costly as possible. If he can keep them in the sight, that could be value. It's all three players damn nearby, but Bianc will be able to find a four-piece to tie things up at 2-2.
Yeah, this is just a nice timing hit from Trace Esports. They just say, let's push the tempo a little bit. Let's test Izu. Let's see what he's made of. Not too often we see Meteor losing in those kill contracts. At least over in Pacific, he was really damn good. He was like 17-6 or something like that throughout the entirety of the kickoff stage. And winning that is a huge boon. They're able to keep Bianca alive, and he was their top fragger on this map the last time they played it. So now he's got a Nightfall to boot. T1 still has enough to buy guns. They're going to maintain this split, but they're going to shift over really quickly. They're reacting. Trace was thinking about trying to take this site.
Two going to be noted, goes into the camp, but the dart not connecting. Oh, no, does get a slight little reveal there. He's looking up over the top, trying to just dance around and find him. But as he plants his feet, we'll be able to finally take down Izu. Bit of a back and forth here. 2 for 2 overall. As the Thorns go out, shock dart into the corner. Bouncing down even lower. It seemed Bianc gets away with that one unscathed.
Yeah, it was an attempt by T1 to delay this, but the trades were good for both sides. It's an even fight. Spike down. A little bit of util left. Still have the paranoia from Sylvan. Here it goes. I don't think it catches anybody.
I believe it does, but was able to catch a headshot. Sylvan similarly finding Hebei. The 1v2, Kai trying to find it. But he cannot divide and conquer. Defuse will come in, T1 reestablishing a slight lead.
This is just a tempo call here from T1. They're sensing that it worked in the previous round for Trace, so they might just try the same kind of thing again. A pacey hit towards the C site. Let's rotate a few players over a little bit faster. You get Stax and Meteor over there. You're able to get those trades. You're able to set yourself up for this retake. Cover these angles nicely. Yeah, it was good. Agree. Agree, Stax. They needed that one. The Nightfall was invested for Trace in that round. You've got a bunch of ults for T1. Got the Showstopper. Got the Hunter's Fury.
5 downs here on the side of Trace. 3 rivals coming through. And okay, Buzz gunned down by the classic of all things. Loping able to find that kill. Stax, however, Hunter's Fury opened up. Hey, Fung on the floor. 2 quick kills to suddenly just give T1 the advantage. And now that is capitalized upon as Sylvan finds Slow King. Bianc cannot steady the spray.
Spike down A.
Meteor cuts him down to size, and now Kai just tucked here, waiting, ready. Does find one. But Widely needs to try to just hold on to this weapon. Still, though, is drifting ever closer towards the spike, towards the 2-player stack.
Everybody's a little weak. It's an opportunity here for Kai. That tight angle, so difficult.
Anticipates it, finds the first one. Meteor taken even lower, suddenly in with a shout. The wall comes up. Izu out on the flank, however. Needed the headshot there, cannot find it. Izu keeps his teammate alive. Keeps T1 in the lead.
I mean, this is just fast and furious for Trace Esports. There's no pulling off of the gas pedal for them. And he gets the reveal there at the door of A. Catches 2 players with it. Huge.
Monstrous.
Huge from Stax. There's that wall. Makes it difficult to figure out exactly what's going on. Well timed between Meteor and Izu to make sure that they could clean up that kill without any further damage.
And, you know, that shock dart can tear you apart. That one shot to the chest can really shatter your team.
Or you get hit by a raise nade. There's a bunch of crazy combos that they can pull off with this, and the contingency is a real problem for dealing with rebel control. And then the vulnerables, they have all these great angles because you can send it through the walls, so you're able to catch people out of place where they think they're safe and they're actually not. Looks like it's going to be another attempt at C, but T1 kind of ahead of the curve here.
Oh, Showstopper to open things up. That's going to be Buzz and Sylvan both taken down. Gets the trade onto 1, but double casualty. Certainly not something that T1 were looking for.
Where does that land? Buzz was on the box. Sylvan, I thought, was underneath him. Nice shot, though, from Fung Fung.
Must have been enough splash just to be able to take them both down either way. Best opener that Trace has had in a while. It's undercut, forcing Kai back. Meteor pushing forward, instantly finding the headshot, gets the reset here on the shield. Double tap in play.
Nice.
As the double swing comes through, Bianc will be able to take him down. A 2v3 now. Zizu going to be noted. The Depth getting the reveal. Oh, he gets the one tap. Oh! What is that transfer? Izu! That should be outlawed! That should be illegal!
What is this? I mean, this is such a good round, I thought, from Trace. I love the way they played this. Oh, the showstopper like hits right next to the box. What a shot. And then they do a great job making sure that the double tap of Meteor isn't going to be effective. They're going to line a couple players up and make sure they can't do anything about it. And then Izu just does that. It's unfair.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever. They're frozen because they're frozen in awe. They don't know how to react. Unbelievable. And for Trace, it's just such a kick in the gut.
My ult is ready.
And there's that combo. Maybe now Trace, I think, can take a bit of a pause and then maybe make another attempt at taking A rubble. The problem is that T1 loves to get aggressive off this. They love to push deeper towards A main and take control and really force you to the other sides of the map. Force you into these combos. I mean, you're going to see Meteor and Stax playing together a lot on this map. There it is right there. They're going for that vulnerable shock dart combo. Not going to be able to connect. He dodges it.
Sees here on the Izu, Prowler on the chase. The ping reveal though, and Fung Fung going to be dead through the box. King able to push forward into the cage, finds a headshot with the Sheriff. Weapon can be recovered to Sylvan, now TPing across the map over towards the CT side. Clock will show the rest is cleared. But Meteor, he has the kill contract. He knows that a lot of them have weaker weaponry.
Showstopper as well.
And he's just going to look to try to send this here. But for now, Thorn sent. And there's the grab on the Lil King. Does have a Vandal in hand, but can he win out the fight? The answer is going to be no. In the meantime, Buzz off camera, able to find Hebe, able to find Kai. And that's T1 finding a 6th round win.
And this is the other layer to this T1 comp, and you're going to see it on Haven as well, that you can set up for retake so nicely. You can set up for execute so nicely because you're going to be feeding ult orbs. You're going to be feeding charges into Meteor as best as you can. And he's going to be able to eliminate a player from the equation. Everybody else can flood in off the back of it. That's a great ping out there. That really bailed Izu out because he looked like dead to rights to me. Meteor there, quick one tap for the win. Another good reveal from Stax, so some good Sova utility, really getting some value for the IGL of T1.
For Trace, having already committed a timeout, pulling the trigger on that second one in the same half. Continues to be one of the most difficult things for coach to be able to do, but if T1 continues to snowball after this purchase here from Trace, their economy down to the dumps once again, might just have to be the last-ditch effort. Entry coming across here towards Rebel. Sylvan just going to be dropping down. Kai able to find one as Meteor hits the floor. Sylvan swinging out to the corner, still going to be good for one, but then gets traded back by Hebe. Once again, player advantage here for the side of Trace. As rotations have since begun. Buzz for now tucked in behind the box, spots out a leg, swings out, finds one, but Hebe able to collect Izu from behind. Ooh. Stax now last one standing, but it's an immense amount of damage there.
They should know exactly where he's coming from.
Planted.
Let the dart, they're gonna even use the Nightfall here just to guarantee it. I mean, you can see how desperately they want to win this.
He's looking for the timing, almost does get it. But Kai will be able to plant feet and find the kill. Trace break the round win streak here from T1 and get their 3rd on the board.
Yeah, this is an interesting round because T1 actually saves their util off the rip. They don't go for that aggressive contingency into paranoia, into paint shells combo that we see a lot. They held on to a lot of that util, and Sylvan was able to hit a paranoia, but was in a bad spot off the back of it. Meteor just losing a lurk duel out on B. Good recognition by Trace Esports. That's something Meteor has been trying to push for his team. They're able to shut it down that time. Now we're going back to the typical Rebel control. Hebe does get vulnerable. The paint shells are in his face, but able to back off just fine. Now you can see Stax, Meteor, and Buzz all lining up to try to make an aggressive move.
Reporter not spotted by the Prowler there. It tucks in underneath. Now is still going to be standing as they're trying to pressure out Kai. Breaks the shield, but Buzz there with that covering fire. They're locked in from the sheer wall, but nobody else really wants to try to challenge, as you would suspect. But okay, it looks like Bianca is going to be up to task. Swoops in, finds one, but now Sylvan taking space outside of A lobby. Just continues to cycle this spike down to the floor. Fung, does he read this lurk forward? He does not. T1 will ensure that Trace cannot get any consecutive round wins.
I mean, T1 is just so aggressive on this map because of that A-Rebel control that they can take. And this time they say, all right, let's throw the util at A, and then we're going to immediately shift over to B. Three-man push it, use that shield to gain a little bit of an advantage. They got the spot onto Kai with the drone. He had no backup. Stax knew it. They're able to punish that and really just break TE apart piece by piece. Now coming into this round, you got that usual combo. Try to take A-Rebel control. Buzz playing pretty far back though. Nade splashes a little bit of damage into Fung, going for the spray to try to see if they could find a little bit more, but it's a weaker buy. It's a half buy for Trace Esports into this round.
But I like the passive passivity here from T1. Is that a word? I don't know. Either way.
It is.
Okay, there you go. Nailed it. Inadvertently, which is also a word. But I like the passivity here, just pulling back, anticipating there's going to be a bit more aggression given the economy here from the side of Trace. Under a little bit of space control.
Yeah, and this is one of the things you have to do against this T1 comp, is you have to make T1 guess when they can dump that util. And make it difficult for them to connect, because if they connect on it, it's basically round over GG. But T1 here has completely abandoned the C site. Hebei and Kai are going on a bit of an exploration, looking to see if they can find that open space. Tripwire right at the door, camera above. Hebei, here's the camera, trying to find the angle to clear it. Does.
He's back in position. Yeah. Meteor also rotating off of this, though. Well, that opens up this A site a little bit more. Still 3 players here. Zach's tucked in behind the connector door. They're going to break, they're going to foul. As it immediately gets a catch. Strafes across, Paranoia just going to be holding it down, but he's close enough to spot out the outline. Turns back! Woo! Gets the 180 onto Loking. And now the spike is stranded. No hope in hell as Stax looks for an ace. Kai's so very low, but he just can't quite give it to him. Sylvan will be the finisher in the round as T1 stretch it now by 5, 8-3. Last round of the half coming up.
And this is a huge play by Stax. He does such a great job in the heat of the moment here. Works that Paranoia so the nearsightedness gives him a clear view of who's going to be coming through that wall. He's able to reposition off the back of the Prowler so nicely. Find a huge 4K. Saw a glimpse of the beast on Bind. Are we going to see more from the IGL of T1? That classic clutch king that he used to be. Hebei here. Just going to be keeping eyes on the util, but it's pretty typical for T1. Throw the vulnerable. Send Meteor back over to B. Stax leaning heavily towards C, really thinking that this is going to be where they're going to go. It helps when you have full A-Rebel control, and you know that they're not putting any pressure in that direction. Cameron's going to be out at Mound this time, so they're going to maybe get a bit of an earlier read on it as well. Gets cleared. Orb's going to be, yep.
But Hunter's Fury just off the orb contact, and Isu just swings out, finds Bianca. The Hunter's Fury confirms that no one else is pushed forward in towards that smoke at the entryway.
See, Hebei?
Sylvan, well, he's certainly been spotted, but he just challenges for the fight and wins it.
Huge.
Stax will get dropped here at B. That being the call to pivot, but looks like it's going to be Kai wrapping back around to try to join in with the rest of the team. They still have this showstopper in play. Last round of the half, no point in not using it, but Hebei dying means that they don't have that pit. They never get to invest that ultimate to try to secure a post plant.
Izu hasn't played this position before.
It is a bit of a change-up. Double blast pack still available. Showstopper out and over. Can't see a damn thing. And Izu now ready to strike. Transfers once again onto 3. The 4K will give T1 a 9-3 half.
This is clinical from T1. Playing the map the way they want to. Then they had their way in this first half.
For Trace, still needing to wake up. Let's see if they can do it. A bit reprieve here as we take a break for the halftime.
had it tough. I will say this. This was, in my estimation, Trace's better side of the map on their defender side. They like to play a lot of flood retake. They do a really good job of intentionally giving up space and setting up to counterpunch you. And I think trying to take a lot of space early, that almost got Fung Fung.
Tucks back, still making plenty of noise as he tucks through those cyber cages. But Izu is going to start the wrap around with the rest of the squad here. Hi, Hebe, the ones asked to try to hold the line here as Thorns open up in front of this C entrance, and T1 collectively will drift away.
Yep. Weren't able to find the wall, but a little bit of ice utility might make you think it's there anyway. No Yoru here to make it a little easier to get past some of that Vice utility for the side of T1. So they're going to have to be really diligent, something that G2 was so good at on their attacker side. Was identifying the Vice util, baiting it out early, and then working the map a little bit more off the back of that. Still, though, Trace had really good reactions. They were really well coordinated as a team. The comms looked good to me on this half when they played G2 on their defender side, so going to need a little bit more of that. Is it just going to be a full retake? I love this from Stax. You got a little bit of util baited out, and now you can try and go back to that side of the map. Create a little bit of noise, let Meteor lurk, see if you can break through to the C site.
Trying to nail the timing here. If they can get the strike going on C, get those rotations beginning, and then have Meteor into the back lines. And this could be absolutely devastating. As there goes the paint shell. Contact about to come through. He hears the footsteps, and Meteor able to collect it there with the final shot through the corner. Buzz does get taken down. Hebe giving the side for just the one kill. Cover going on. Sylvan now cycling this smoke. Run the clock down, but they still get the spike planted here in time. And Nakai swinging out will be able to get Sylvan, but Izu's there from behind to shut him down. Stax now just swinging around the corner. BNK cannot make it happen. Stax with two will get T1 their first pistol win as they get up to double digits.
Gotta tip my cap to Stax on this round in a couple different ways. The IGLing so good. His movement there, that micro movement at the end to not give himself up easily to BNK. Really, really good. Meteor coming up huge on the lurk. This is a great round from T1. One of the best I've seen from them on a pistol this year. This is a really smart game plan. They saw some of the things that were working for G2, implemented it here against Trace. Hebe was having a really tough time on that C site. If you can divert attention and just leave Hebe on an island on C as the Viper, he gets beat up, to be honest. And he really struggled against G2.
Vandal in hand, Sylvan with a Guardian. Otherwise, two Ghosts and a Spectre. A site pretty much completely opened up here for them. T1 going to be getting a very fast plant, is looking for the spray. That's a headshot. And I think he might have caught a glimpse there. Yeah, BNK now desperately backpedaling, trying to get away out towards safety. Keeps himself alive here for the moment. As Shockdart into the corner, that is going to be his demise. Stax claims the first, Buzz gets the second. Swings in, looks for a little bit more, and is rewarded.
Oh, just look at the way they were staggering that utility. Buzz finds 3. One left here for Trace, just Kai. Okay.
He'll die, but Buzz, I think he'll be happy to take that. He's got so many charges towards that showstopper. Given the number of rounds that are likely left in this map, and being able to build up a showstopper to potentially close it, that could be the final nail in the coffin.
You're absolutely right. This is just great post-plant aggression here. The way that they combo this with the boom bot into the paint shells, into the shock dart to make sure that everything behind this wall is going to at least take some damage. And then Buzz is able to swing off of it nicely, find 3 kills. So far, so good for T1. Now you got a big-time bonus coming up for Trace. They are going to invest in an Odin. Try to get BNK rolling with this thing. A little bit of damage done to just Stax, it looks like.
Tiny little bit there. Lets him know. Yep, I'm still here. Still spraying. Sylvan needs a hell of a lot more as he gets whittled away down to 45. Clear on the haunt, though. Nothing more to be spotted. Takes a pause, goes for the reload. Ooh, Meteor chipped away at. T1 just
look at his wall.
Narrowly dancing around this, but yeah, Meteor wall set up. Push across, undercut, going to be sent through towards Tree, but just pushes forward, is able to find one, and Buzz is not going to be fast enough to get the punish. Paint shell out, Meteor trying to charge in, does end up getting taken down, but Izu striking from that flank. Forward into B, opens up the site, and now the spike going to be pivoted around. 3v3 with weapons upgraded. Kai, first to arrive here at upper.
They let Buzz to watch the flank.
Shot's gonna be sent. Recon not going deep enough, doesn't get a notice there.
Look at Luo King, he's lost. He's trying to figure out where Izu went.
He knows at all. He's just being so passive, so cautious. In the meantime, the spike has been ticking. Stack's planting his feet. Finding Kai, Luo King now finally arriving. Gets that one final bullet across to put down T1's IGL, but the time is just not on his side. Paint shells to further delay. And at this point, he has to know the round is basically over. Needs to pull up some absolute heroics, but Izu doesn't skip a beat. Swoops in right when he was needed. And that's T1 now up to map point.
This is quite an interesting round. I thought Trace playing this pretty nicely. This combo with the Razor Vines and the walls completely bamboozles T1, but only Sylvan pays the price for it. Buzz is quick to react, to get up on top of the box, to provide some cover fire, and then back right off. Take that trade and get out. Stacks here winning a tough fight. Kai just a little bit off the mark. Seems like Trace fairly rattled. We're going to try. One has been widely kept in check. Heibei struggling, Luo King in particular, having a real hard time on that Omen. Not something you see very often. Usually Luo King is very consistent.
Yeah. Chekhov's showstopper, previously mentioned 2 rounds ago, is now online and ready to go. Buzz is going to send it off the rip. Chasing forward in towards that connector. He can hear the footsteps. He knows that they are just sprinting in fear. Where does he send it? Does he choose correctly? My God, he has. Fung, not knowing what hit him. Is this the beginning of the end here on Lotus? 4v5, Spike already planted some players nearby. Bianchi able to note one. There's that close right, but now there's a shorty waiting for him, but he won't even get to meet it. Sylvan takes his head clean off, and there you have it. In the blink of an eye, it all comes tumbling down. 13.
The lower finals on this map should have beaten DRX in the upper finals on it, but were it not for some heroics from Flashback, they would have secured it. But Trace widely been avoiding this map. They played Billy Billy, lost to them. And of course, you never want to play this map against EDG.
Oh, the spot out. Meteor puts up the shield, tucks back, stun does come across, but the smoke there to obfuscate. Oh, King Howard able to find 2, but now Buzz pinching in from long, finds 1. Spike just going to be swarming its way down through sewer, but Luo King's cut off from the rest of his team. Bianchi stuck here. Luo King trying to come back to the rescue. 3K here for Buzz, and that's going to be a 4-piece. Dimensional drift not far off as T1 collect another pistol.
And you're going to see some similar ideas on this map to what T1 was doing on Lotus, where you can use the ISO to really bully space. You can get that shield up quickly, and then make it a lot more difficult for your opponents because they have to double stack often to try to take you down or swing an angle that's going to be dangerous to catch Meteor off guard. And in this case, Buzz is in prime position to capitalize off of Trace having to try to deal with those players. Good work there by T1 as well to keep themselves hidden from that crossfire angle. That's a tricky one. They made it look pretty easy. Now we go over to Sylvan. Be locking down Garage. Trace Esports, I guess thinking about B actually. Just trying to get a little bit of info.
Can they do what T1 just did to them in the previous map? Convert this eco. Entry from Kai, gets himself forward past B, but it's just going to be the approach seemingly through Garage. Paranoia at the ready, going to be sent through. Izu at the same time, able to find Fung. Gets that kill over at long. Sylvan cuts down Kai. Everybody else widely just corralled here into the Garage. Not many places left to go because right at the moment, Buzz drifting in from behind. Gets himself over towards A lobby. Swung the corner now, out of window. Might just be able to gun them all down. Up. Martial shots now starting to ring through, just fishing here with a hip fire. Izu's going to be able to find a third. That's okay. Taken down. Back-to-back 4 1 for Buzz, 1 for Izu, 2 rounds for T1.
Yeah, I love this bend but don't break style from T1. They give up some space intentionally, and they make sure that they're not giving those classics the right ranges to really do some right-click damage. Instead, finding those moments to step in with those Bulldogs. Sylvan in particular finding a great opener. He looks really sharp to me here today. Obviously, probably has something to prove coming back in for this T1 team. You know, you and I know what Sylvan can be like at his best. He is a very, very good player. Back on those WGS teams where he was a clutch machine. Haven't really seen it at the Tier 1 level yet.
Yeah, I'm talking, you know, 3-4 years ago, that era, Sylvan was looking like the third best controller player in Korea. It was Mako, Zumba, him.
Yep.
This year, he's had his moments, but that consistency, that comfort hasn't come through. But it seems like he has been chomping at the bit here to get back on stage, because so far, rock steady performance in that first map, as well as what little we have seen of Haven so far.
Sylvan tucked around the corner in garage here, setting up for the paranoia. He's got some help from Izu. This is dangerous for the...
So here on the crunch, the paranoia connecting onto all three. Swings out, he already got Hebe through the box. Spots out the feet. And Sylvan will be able to find one. Looking able to go ahead and take down Meteor Stacks. He's trying to hold his ground and will do so. Not a 4K this time, but another 3-piece for Izu as T1 convert the bonus.
This just feels like a hard read from T1. Expecting garage pressure. Haven't really felt a lot of it so far in this map. Just thought, well, this is the way that they try to punish on their anti-bonus, and it's just so good. Just great timing, great coordination there. That's something T1 has looked a lot sharper with today. Obviously, the individual skill starting to shine for this Korean squad. Put the one-way up on top of the door. Again, B being thought about. Yeah.
Double tap shield out.
my
Meteor gets
God.
the headshot, gets the reset. Now it's a little bit more aggressive. Pushing down, swings the corner, finds it, resets again, gets another. Hebe corralled into the corner. The Singer able to find one. The swing out though, and he just doesn't know which way he needs to look. Damn near flawless. T1 continue on their merry way.
And this is one of these things about the ISO that obviously Meteor, a tremendously talented player. We know that. He's won a Masters. We've seen what he can do at his best. But he's so accurate and he's so quick to reset. And against an eco as well. That's a really powerful thing to have, that extra shield. You know, even against the Stingers. Very tricky. And there's a wry smile from the face of Sylvan. Meanwhile, Trace Esports looking like they are without answers. It's feeling like that same edge. The concern I have here for Trace is you're going up against two difficult ults that T1 is going to have in their back pocket. You're going to have the neural theft. You're going to have the kill contract. So T1 can play that bend but don't break style again, like we saw a few rounds ago, where they're able to just kind of peek around the map, get the info, and then maybe play for retake off the back of those ultimates. Find that pick, get the neural theft, take a player out of the equation with the kill contract, work from there. But Izu, 8-0 right now, has been absolutely electric on that Cypher, locking down that C site. They're going to make a try at A. This is Buzz territory. Him and Stacks work really well in coordination with that utility. Kind of keep track of all the movements.
And crash back here onto the A site. Buzz looking for the swing in, gets the headshot onto Kai, but Anthem will not kill. Kai does go ahead, answer one's back. Stacks now just tucked away here at Sewers. Sylvan offering up some smoke to try to stem the flood. Stacks does manage to find one here on the lurk, but it's quite a bit of damage.
That's huge.
33. As here comes the grab. Meteor picking up Bianca here. Double tap shield in play. Second shot finds it. Repops the double tap. Spike now planted. The push down. Stacks unaware of this coming his way. Ends up falling. Hebe able to find one. Now it all comes down to Meteor. Coming over into the corner. The shield still at the ready. Forced away by the aftershock. The double tap about to expire.
Great smoke.
Goes for the drop down and just can't quite line it up. Lil King will find it. Trace get themselves online here in round number 5.
That just feels like kind of a call to just go A. Try to see if you can exploit a Buzz and Stacks over there a little bit, overwhelm them, and it just barely works. And it's a good re-clear of space by Lil King to come around this backside and catch Stacks off guard. That really breaks things open. That reduces the angles that those players on site have to worry about. They know where the last couple are, especially Meteor since he had used that kill contract. Makes it way easier. Then the aftershock into that smoke to make sure that the double tap timing runs out. Really nice stuff from Trace Esports in that round. Buzz has an op though.
So does Kai. And Buzz has been noted.
They're gonna hold that angle. He's got a
Gate
TP
crash,
available.
go back
though.
over.
Yep.
Now it's just inching, trying to see if he can spot anything, and as he swings out, they can confirm the operator and confirm that Buzz is dead. Great opening kills here for the side of Trace.
See if Meteor can find a timing. Get that shield up and see if he can absorb one of those shots.
Swing into it. Kai puts him down. Operator getting an immense amount of value thus far. Two-player advantage now. Now a third is Stacks just trying to go for the wide swing out, and Kai just a little bit faster than he had anticipated. Fantastic shots coming out here from the Jet. Trace very well poised to give themselves a second round win.
Yeah, this is just exactly what you needed from Kai. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Trace Esports. Needed that hero to step up. He has answered the call in spades.
30 seconds left.
Gonna get a little info from the cam,
Here.
but looks like it.
Just confirming we don't want to go over there.
Yeah, well, they've already grabbed the op, so at this point it should just be a save for the last two members of T1. And I think for T1, see what Stacks and company have in order for this next coming round. They've got some time to talk about it, of course, so
yeah,
take a little bit of a timeout. Got to figure out how to deal with that op. Maybe go back to something we saw like early in the pistol round where you're throwing some of that util up into A lobby to try to contest that position. You know, if he wants to come long, see, that's fine. You know, Izu can use his util to kind of get a better read on the positions as they make their way through. But really, that op battle comes down to that long A fight, being able to control that territory. Just a really nice read from Trace Esports. Get the spot on the Buzz and just lock him out. Buzz never really got the feel that there would be a counter op on the other side of him. So, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Yeah, surprise play working a treat. Trace getting their first back-to-back round victories so far of the series. How many more do they have? That's going to be the question. For now, economy still going to be quite strong, as this shot is just disgusting.
Filthy.
Right through the corner. Looks like they will be able to force up another operator here. A bit more in reserve. And still, these ultimates available to them.
They're just going to kind of leave this area open. Did send a vulnerable to try to just put some pressure. Fake showing a little bit of presence there towards long A. They're not going to challenge it. Kai, so aggressive. This is China Valorant in a nutshell.
Storming forward, we'll just go ahead. Clears out that trip.
Fake teleport. Time to jump.
Buzz setting up this gate crash. Everybody here from Trace getting set up to attack this A site where, for the moment, it's only Stacks on its lonesome. Reinforcement's going to be a world away, but they're about to get a hell of a lot of information as Buzz puts the mask on. Dimensional Drift now in play. Jumps up over the top, spots out damn near everyone. But where does he exit? He's running out of time. Gets himself around the corner. Not a second to spare. As the hit onto the A side gets ready to come to the Kai, up and over, gets revealed, takes a lot of damage. Tail wins over towards Sewer side.
Oh!
Buzz pushes forward, gets the headshot. That must have been one hell of a flick. There's another play right here in front of him. Double peeks back in with a shorty in hand. And we'll be able to just shut this down. Flawless from T1. Replay right now.
Oh, that was outrageous
What
from
did I
Buzz.
just witness?
That was nuts. The dimensional drift into the play. There's a vulnerable that comes out. He sends the fake out in front of him. That is a ridiculous shot. He had flashed around that angle. Insane stuff from Buzz.
Yeah, okay, with Meteor, I don't care. I need to see Buzz.
Yeah, poor Bianca trying to find Buzz. Buzz sends out another beautiful flash. Tremendous play on that Yoru.
On his feet once again. Started off the series that way. It seems like he wants to end it that way as well. What a round from Buzz.
That's a heartbreaker. Takes the op away from Trace.
Up and over they come. It's Kai gonna be hunting a target, and Sylvan blinded up. TP's in the corner, ends up getting shut down. Izu trying to find his way out of the corner, and Platt cannot do so. Ends up falling to the aftershock, and suddenly we're into a 2v3.
Time to jump.
Stax and Buzz. Eternal
Spike
duo.
planted.
And they pull it off. Crashes right there. Front plat now going to be cleared out. Same with the recon. Nothing spotted. Out into the open. Stax.
One enemy
Able to find
remaining.
Habe. Sova showdown. Just drones available on either side. Hunter's Fury as well, which gives BNK a massive advantage.
Stax has to push.
Gonna have to tap this and try to at least bait some of the util out as he sees the drone. I'll give him all the info that he needs, and I think Stax is now assessing whether or not it's worth trying to play this one out. Could just double back, go for the operator, but will at least get a consolation prize as the Hunter's Fury comes through. He wants to kill, he wants to try to take everything from them. He will be able to do so. Gets the elimination, gets rid of the ultimate, but cannot get the win. Trace, they hold on.
Yeah, just not much that Stax can do in that situation. No opportunity to really push that space. Great diligence by BNK. Using that drone first to get the spot, to get the info. Buzz had a nice shot, but had to gate crash out as things were falling apart really quickly. Good aftershock again. Very impressed with Habe on this breach. He's had a couple really nice moments, especially with those aftershocks. Do some damage in these rounds. Sylvan, though, gets left on a bit of an island. Tries to tuck into the corner. Gets dealt with quickly by Kai. Back into the op for Kai. Smoke's gonna bloom in his face, though. Buzz as well, challenging this angle. It's gonna be advantage for T1 on that long A fight. So now they should be able to lean a little bit heavier over towards the other side of the map. And already Meteor out of his normal position over into Garage. So changing things up just a bit.
Oh! Just a hair off, maybe a minor amount of movement there, but what a fantastic shot from Fung Fung.
That is phenomenal from him.
Def now getting the ping out, identifying that Stax widely alone. As Meteor sets up the shield, drone comes out, still getting pinged.
No distraction.
Spike planted.
Meteor gonna just try to fight his way out of this position here. It's the grab, wall falls, gets the headshot, looking to be taken down, double tap, refreshed. Everybody else disconnected now, away from this B site. The defuse getting started, the ping revealing. I'm not sure if they noticed this, but Kai's still able to find one. BNK finding another. The defuse, however, is just being held. It gets away from them, Trace. Start running it back. But Izu just sticks to it and gets T1 a 6th round win.
That is such a gut punch for Trace. They play this round really, really nicely. They create a ton of space. They win a huge opening battle against the operator. Fung Fung then starts lurking all over the map. It looks like they have a great opportunity. But in the midst of the kill contract, chaos ensues. And somehow, some way, T1's able to just get onto the spike and stick it. The Hunter's Fury probably creating some space there, sure. Not exactly.
He got it to half, got off, and then got back on it.
Not sure what happened. Yeah.
Getting lost in all of the confusion and all of the chaos. Really feels like Trace should have been just one round away.
Right here. That corner he's in. That is such an annoying position.
He's tucked in with a Vandal drone. However, we'll identify rolling that are now going to be crashing through. Actually, I believe TP's into it, and Kai just massacres the rest. Stax and Meteor could not get out. Kai just tears them apart. Buzz at the ready, sending the flash, dropping down, catches them on a timing, but not much more to be done here, it would seem, as Izu now in a 1v4. Kai ready to greet just around the corner. Spots the first, finds it, Izu. 3 swings in, and this time will not be allowed to perform miracles. Trace continue to rally back, keep it contentious. 2 rounds separating now, with 2 more to be played.
That really looked like to me that T1 had a read on the Rolling Thunder. Just a spacing mishap. Oh, the catch and the updraft onto the box. BNK's util caught him as they were trying to escape. Insane coordination there from Trace Esports. That's basically round over. It's going to be a timeout from T1. 4 out of the last 6 have gone to Trace Esports. Pretty curious what they want to do. You know, you can see some of the ideas for both sides coming to fruition. Some good change-ups, good map awareness. Buzz is going to try to get way ahead of this push. There's going to be a tripwire for him to contend with. Could potentially just gate crash past it. See how he wants to navigate this.
I'm gonna have to burn the other one. She has set up outside a garage, but there you go. Looks like it expires. Next one sent to send him over towards long.
Not going to try to take space. They're going to play for A control, but seemingly a B hit is what Trace is thinking about.
Betting a tripwire here. None to be found. Fault line sent. Kai goes up and over the top. Izu is at the ready, but does get recon pinged out. Now Liu Kang TPing into the back of sight. He find the headshot. Finds himself a second. Stacks will fall. You're forced away, forced to reroute.
Out of charges.
Now so very low, just 20 HP remaining as Sylvan will also get dropped. Buzz now clearing out the trip. They're well aware of this position. With a high-low, seems near impossible for him. Pot shots, goes for a little bit of a wide swing out, but the MK planted, finds that kill. Meteor now, last one to fall. Timeout call here from T1. Not going to be delivering an eco win. Trace will get one round away from tying things up as they look for a 6-6 half.
Yeah, these slightly delayed util dumps from the Sova on Trace Esports has caught T1 off guard a couple rounds now. It's a little bit late with the drone. They're going to drive up behind it. And then Liu Kang immediately TPs. That's a cool little set play from Trace Esports. Taking a page out of Mako's book from what we've seen in this event there. TP up on the box, TP back. Use that Sova drone to give you that info. It's going to be another op for Buzz in this final round. Has a dimensional drift as well. This time, though, him and Izu in garage. And they're just leaving the C site to the Cypher util. And it's fast, and they catch both trips.
Yep. Clear it out. Cam getting a tag on a one. Cyber Cage is now popped. Izu just kind of dancing around, re-peeks it. Meteor, however, going to be taken down. Izu now striking, finding one. Liu Kang noted there, back plat. Ooh. Still alive, however. As Buzz sends out the dimensional drift. The plant getting ready to come through. One player going to be spotted out. Stacks pinging, noting them both.
I'm back.
Oh, goes for such a close timing and is able to find it. Moments before looking to get his weapon drawn back out. Buzz now holding the corner of Kai, able to find that headshot. The knife is absolutely instant. Woo. Red Bull clutch from Kai gets us tied up 6-6.5.
Absolute madness from Kai. 13-8 now. He has been a huge impact in these last couple rounds.
Absolutely has. Was present there on Lotus where the rest of the team is not. And my God, Kai on a heater once again. We'll see you guys on the other side of this halftime break.
Hey, sometimes makes it so hard for opponents to know when they can challenge a fight and when they can't. Things like that really come into play here. But for Trace Esports, they started to come alive. A lot of it is on the back of Kai, who, once he gets that op and those blades in his hands, he is lights out. Stack's gonna eat a stun. I don't think much will become of that. He's got a Sheriff in hand, but isn't gonna challenge the long A angle. Instead, gonna try to push his way through short. Meanwhile, it's a B hit for T1.
Yeah, Smoke into that C connector, double peek over towards A, but Fung going for a timing. He's able to find one.
Blinding.
Sylvan fights back, finds a kill. Stacks trying to go on this lurk. Hay bait right around the corner. Oh. Does he go for it? Oh, Stacks. This is the first shot, but he covers. He's all right. That would have been devastating to the mental state had he missed that one, but now TP forward, dash forward, I should say. Kai able to find one, but Izu's just sat here on top of the box in the corner. Mo's down 2. T1 get themselves a 3rd pistol win in the series.
Tremendous patience from Stacks. Maybe a little too much there at the end, but it worked. It's fine. It's still a great idea. The way he plays that off the rip, eats the stun, sticks in the smoke, re-pushes down.
It wasn't an Ascent A lobby moment.
No.
You know. Don't gonna call anybody out. Didn't quite get that bad.
But
for a
on
second,
site,
there was
yeah,
some scares.
Ed Sylvan played that really nicely there. trading immediately off the first kill and then being a bit of a bait for Izu and Meteor, who are on the other side of the site. They're just going to make a quick push in towards C. B, though, has a camera to check for this push out in towards the ramp, but it's going to be a fallback here for Trace Esports. See if they try to push the tempo a bit.
The issue is one player that has a weapon that can do a little bit of damage to that Marshall. And this guy's still going to be working his way across the map. Buzz does get taken down. Maybe just strafing forward into the smoke. Gets himself a third as Sylvan runs out of bullets. Recovered Vandal. As now Stacks is dead. Hey, Bay.
Spike down. C.
Coming up with 3, and Kai still hasn't even arrived. The spike is dropped. Izu swooping around will know, should know, that this just leaves the garage. 45 seconds, some time to play with. He could reroute. Just the Sheriff in hand. Odds certainly stacked against him as tries to jump up into the window, but it's going to be Hey getting himself a 4-piece as Trace do to T1 what T1 did to them at the start of Lotus.
Absolutely, this is kind of Trace Esports calling card. They're really good in ecos. They have been for a long time. And not just against EDG, who is notorious for throwing against ecos, but they're very, very good in these scenarios. And it's the timing that they use here to push through to the site, and they catch T1 a bit off guard. T1's pushing into smokes when they really shouldn't be. You know that they're gonna have close range utility there, or at the, they're right-clicking with classics. They just kind of walk into those smokes and pay the price. Great stuff by TE, though, to get ahead of that plant, to never even let it come through. It's a couple Sheriffs and a Guardian. The only buy-ups for T1 on this round. Meanwhile, even Outlaw for Kai.
Right here.
Assault rifles the rest of the way through. A little bit of a, I was going to say, Stacks is in trouble. Meteor.
Flushed out Meteor, able to find one. Double tap. Available, forced away there by the fault line. Buzz making some noise. Paranoia going to be sent his way. Jumps across the opposite side. Looking, just spawning up with these players. Dodges the Paranoia, steadies the aim. He'll find one, but Buzz with that Sheriff puts him down, picks up the gun. Surely T1 can't just do it again. Right back to him.
Ooh, fantastic coordination, though. Again, Sylvan leading the charge. Buzz able to tuck into the other side.
2 players with just basically no HP here. Stiff breeze would knock Buzz and Meteor down to the floor.
They got those upgrades.
Pressure here on this flank as there's a swoop in. The headshot going to be found. Meteor tucks back around the corner. Sends out the wall. Rushes, sees one on the right. Swoop in, Kai. That second shot able to connect.
One
Buzz's position, but Izu's gotten rid of Hey. The jump in, the shorty. Will get the connection, but the time is just not really there. Kai, he'll just play for the kill, but he's not going to have it. The Thrifty coming through from T1 off the back of getting thriftied. I feel like I'm casting Genji from last year.
This is just a wild back and forth on this map. You can sense some of the discomfort for both these teams in a way. I mean, this map hasn't been horrible for T1, but it hasn't been great. It has been widely avoided by Trace Esports. It's just some great teamwork that gets them over the line. It's some really good individual play. Meteor there, getting the kill and then backing off immediately. Izu found a great time. Step in, find a kill. But it's that pick they find early to get a rifle into hand and being able to carry those into that site.
Oh, but Kai on a bit of a walkabout trying to find somebody caught unawares, but T1 right now are dialed in.
Shadows traveling.
Looking like he's going to try to do the same, but Sylvan has his sights turned back over towards the garage. He fully anticipates it, reads it beautifully. The kill comes in, the shock dart not deep enough. Meteor pushes up into the smoke, finds beyond K. That just leaves Fung on his lonesome. Mount position is confirmed. Swing out, and that's going to be a flawless here for T1. Once again, separating themselves away from Trace. Up by 2 rounds, looking to hit double digits.
Great anticipation here. Expecting Kai to get aggressive. Meteor's right there, ready and waiting. Double tap available. They're just doing a great job pushing and pulling together here. Sylvan watching the flanks. See if you can find that target. Isolate that player on C is kind of generally what T1 likes to do with this kill contract. They want to isolate whoever's anchoring that site, and then just try to get the free plant and get the long distance post plant set up.
Fung thought that he'd gotten it, but camera didn't take, so has to just improvise a little bit. Sends him backpedaling, giving up quite a bit of space here on the site. Cam cleared out. Double tap shield about to be reset as, yep, there's the grab on the Fung. Wall's falling, Fung wins it out. That's a huge kill for him to find. Hasn't been the cleanest map for him so far, but that kill is huge, as are those. BNK coming away with 2, Sylvan Buzz both going to be taken down, Spike planted, but Stacks now stuck here in the site as Izu tries to lurk forward. Smoke dissipating, catches a glimpse, but Fung arrives from garage and absolutely dominates the round start to finish.
That's such an important win there in that kill contract. Completely changes the dynamic of that. And BNK finds 2 on the backside. Nice work with that Phantom. Just spraying through, Saw the spam, went forward himself, and then Fung on the lurk. I mean, this is just a brawl.
Yeah.
That goes there.
It's who can outdo who.
Yes, this should do.
You know, Trace Esports has kind of just said, let's just go at him. Let's just throw him everything we've got. Our tournament life is on the line. Let's go out with a bang if we're going to go out.
It's cleared on both sides. Dimensional drift now coming through. Buzz just chasing forward. Just a glimpse of one. Wants to make sure that that sewer is going to be cleared here. Drone now coming out. Oh, he's just going to jump out right in front of him with a shorty in hand. And BNK cannot react fast enough. By now arriving. Updrafts over top of the trip. Camera here in sewer. Should be able to catch a glimpse, provided that Izu's actually toggling it, but now Buzz is finding another one. I'm going to be taken down. Side to side here with the camera. There's the ping reveal. Stacks. Not a lot of time to try to react to it. Kai comes away with that elimination. Meteor going to be taken down off screen as well as Lil King able to find one. Paranoia going to be sent through. Sylvan at hell tucks back, but Buzz is taking over. Not going to be rewarded with an ace. Hey, tries to bail it out, but he doesn't know Izu's position. No one had caught a glimpse. And he is there to save T1 in this round. Once again, up by 2.
It's just the little things there for Trace Esports. That early pick on the BNK, thought he was safe, thought he was far enough back that he could drone. The whole time they're playing to give up sight and play for retake. And you can see their retake is good, the timing, the coordination there. Kai is just a step ahead of where T1 expects him to be when they check that cam. And Stacks is already too far down the ramp where he's in a bad spot. He gets caught out. Back over to Kai, who's got knocked out. They're going to be able to check it with the drone. It's a good piece of work there. Buzz has to TP out.
He's just going to help Meteor refill that space. The aggression. He's catching them off guard. Skate Crash now coming through into the back. The Paranoia there. Buzz takes the TP forward. Hunter's Fury gets the ping reveal. Opened up, dueling Hunter's Furies. BNK is going to be able to find one, but Stacks will equalize as he finds Fung at the same time. And now Buzz planted here at back plat. Gets rid of Hebe. Izu holds down Garage. And it is all on BNK. Snappy headshot to get himself a third, but it'd have to be an ace clutch to get them this round win. Both players full HP, full shields. He's down to 46. Gonna have to effectively just be headshots the whole way through. Has some isolated fights if he can swing this corner, win the first one here. But Izu has just been on the money here today.
That one, I really thought BNK was gonna have a shot with T1 giving him the isolated fights like you mentioned. Literally what I was just thinking, what a creative play there to use the TP to bait for Meteor. We can just walk in, the double tap activated. And Buzz holding the back line there, even though he goes down to BNK. This one right here, ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's good. But set up positions, yeah, a sigh. You could feel the pressure mounting for Trace.
That's kind of the problem, is that this map here, so many of these rounds, including the previous two, close but no cigar, just can't quite get through that last player or two. Dimensional Drift already online here for Buzz. Spotting out a hell of a lot here now, just TPing in behind over at Hell. Kai up over the top, however, with the knives, is able to go ahead and shut him down. Stems the bleeding. Keeps him in with a shout. The jump peek.
Oh,
Paranoid out.
micro movement here. So good from Kai.
Okay, able to find that one. Needs to flick here on a Meteor. Meteor able to find two. The MK still alive. Still dancing around the box, but
One enemy remaining.
Meteor and Izu keep them afloat, and they get T1 up to match point.
God, that would have been such a good round for Trace. You feel confident with Kai, blades in hand. But Buzz, great TP there, great reaction from Kai. Then I love the movement to move around that smoke, to dodge the entry from T1. They even get a kill off the back of it, but then he can't find Meteor. And Meteor just starts breaking him apart. 3K for him. Izu there to clean up. Great aggression off the back of that dimensional drift, and whoa, Buzz is fired up, man.
And he is. Now, Trace needing 4 rounds in a row to take this to overtime. Double tap popped, Buzz leading the charge. It's a kill contract about to come through. It's gonna be a grab here on the BNK. It's a weapon out, looks for it, finds it, refreshes the shield, and is right back in along Kai here. Needs to try to slow things down, tucks it behind the box, is able to find one. It's a hell of a lot more, but Buzz finds him.
One enemy
And that's just gonna be a firing squad opened up here in the blink of an eye. 13-8, T1.